The CuttingRoom Reporter app is basically your connected camera for cutting room. When you open the camera, you'll see a little menu in the top right corner where you can choose your camera view. You can go for normal, wide angle, telephoto, triple lens, or selfie mode. Not sure which one to pick? Just tap "Help me select a camera" and you'll get a quick explanation of each option. Right below that, there's a light bulb icon that lets you turn the flashlight on or off. Under the recording button, you'll find camera settings. Tap that, and you'll see a few options that can help you get the best results when filming. First up is General Options. Here, you can turn on anti-shake. It helps keep your footage stable and smooth so your videos look even better. You can also decide whether you want grid lines to show while you're filming or not. And you'll see which video format you're recording in. Just a heads up, that setting can only be changed in the main cutting room settings, not in the app. Next is the audio section. Here, you'll see two options. The first one is for when you're using the built-in microphones on the phone. You can choose between stereo or mono. Mono is usually best for speech because the phone's AI does a decent job of isolating voice and keeping it clear. Stereo can be great if you're recording background sounds or music, where you want a bit more depth and spatial feel in the audio. The second option is whether or not to allow Bluetooth microphones. This is off by default, and that's for a reason. Bluetooth mics often introduce a slight delay, which can cause your audio and video to go out of sync. If you do decide to turn it on, the app will give you a little warning about that delay, just so you're aware. Then you've got the zoom settings, which give you quite a bit of control over how zoom behaves in the app. First, you can choose how far you want to be able to zoom while recording. You've got three options. Safe keeps the image quality as high as possible by avoiding digital zoom. Normal gives you a bit more flexibility while still looking good. And Extreme lets you zoom all the way in. But just keep in mind that it might reduce the image quality a bit. Next, you can decide if you want the app to automatically reset the zoom after each recording. That way, every time you start a new shot, you're back at the default zoom, which is really helpful if you're working fast or switching between subjects. There's also something called Magic Zoom. When it's turned on, you can pick how fast or slow the zoom should move. If you go with slow, the zoom happens gently and smoothly, great for a professional feel. If you choose fast, it reacts more quickly, which can be useful in action-filled situations or when you need to reframe in a hurry. And finally, there's the camcorder zoom button. If you turn this on, you'll see a little slider appear on the screen, just like a camcorder. This makes zooming feel much smoother and easier to control, especially during recording. You can even adjust how sensitive that slider is, depending on how precise you want the zooming to be. Next up is devices. This lets you connect external hardware like a Tilta PD handle or a Nucleus 2 follow focus. If you're using extra gear to control the camera, this is where you get everything synced up. And finally, there's Reset. If you ever want to start fresh, just hit Reset to bring all the settings back to the default values the app comes with. The app also includes a teleprompter. To activate it, tap the text box in the bottom right corner. Then hit Edit to enter your script. Here you can add as much text as you like. To help the text stand out on screen, you can turn on the dim setting. This darkens the background slightly, making the text easier to read. If you want the script to scroll automatically, just set the roll length. This controls how fast or slow the text moves. If you need even more time, enable the longer option to slow it down further. You can also test how it feels before recording by tapping Test Roll and adjusting the sliders as needed. There's also a delay setting. This lets you add a few seconds between pressing recording and when the teleprompter starts rolling. A countdown will appear on screen so you know exactly when it begins. And if you want the teleprompter to follow your speaking pace, just turn on AI Assist. The app will listen to how fast you're talking and adjust the scroll speed automatically, so you stay in control the whole time. If you prefer to scroll through the script manually, just swipe with your finger, but make sure to turn off auto roll first.